Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chandrakantes, Assistant Professor, Department of MBA, Sri Siddhartha Institute of Technology from Sahe. So today we are going to discuss about the topic organizing, which comes under the subject management concepts and organizational behavior. So what exactly this organizing means? So before going to that topic, let's discuss something important. So where did we get this organizing from, right? Okay. So before understanding about what organizing is, we have to study about where did we get the part organizing. So we do have a term called management functions in MCOB. Management functions. So what is management functions? So we have some different points in management functions called as planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and coordinating. So together collectively we call this as functions of management or management functions. So if we happen to study each and every one concept, it is going to take a bit longer. So today let's discuss only about the part organizing. So before that, let's at least understand what all of these management functions are. So what is planning? So planning is an important management function, and it is also called as the first management function. Planning means making all the arrangements required to execute any operation previously is called planning. So to convey this in simple terms, we will make all the arrangements in advance before executing the objective. So that is called planning. Organizing. What is organizing? Organizing is also considered as one of the important functions of management. Here, organizing transforms plans into actions by collectively bringing up all the human resource tasks, people required to get the job done. So all of that aspects comes under organizing. So basically we are organizing things here to get a business running on a continuous basis. We have to organize things. So that's about it. Staffing. What is staffing? Staffing is also an important management function. Here we happen to recruit people, recruitment, training, personality development, etc. All of these aspects will be we happen to observe all of these aspects under staffing. So what is directing? So once we complete with the recruiting process, so we will be following up with the directing part. So what directing means? So directing is also an important part of management function, but here directing means motivating, improvising, supervising all the employees who belong to one particular organization in order to achieve an organization's objective. So here we motivate the employees, supervise, and also we get work from them. So basically we are providing direction to them. So we are leading them. We are leading, monitoring, supervising all of the employees who belong to one particular organization. So let's talk about controlling now. So what is controlling? So to put this in the simplest way possible, controlling means controlling all the resources which is available in the organization. Controlling all the resources. And also controlling means we have to simultaneously check whether are we moving towards the plan which we previously established. So if we have a plan to execute in the next 5 years, are we particularly walking in that direction or not? So controlling helps us to track down that part. So if we are moving towards one particular goal, what are the things that we are adding up in today's work or today's task? So that talks about it. So coordination. Suppose let's say in any organization, it might be manufacturing sector or any service sector, coordination plays a very vital role in any kind of organization. Without proper coordination among all the employees or stakeholders, it's really impossible for us to achieve organizational objectives. Right? So if we happen to see our company, grow very well, we have to coordinate with each and every department which is working simultaneously inside the organization. So that is about coordinating. So if we coordinate with different departments in the organization, it really helps us to build, it helps us to grow together, and it also helps us to achieve organizational objectives effectively and efficiently. So this is about management functions. So now let's talk about organization precisely, right? So today we are going to discuss about organizing, nature, characteristics and purpose, right? Okay. So what are the nature and key characteristics of organizing? So we have structure creation, division of work, coordination, resource allocation and formal structure. So what is structure creation, guys? So structure creation, it's a very simple term and it is the most basic thing in any organization out there. Okay, structure creation. So if, let's say for example, if you are working in any reputed organization, it might be a manufacturing sector or any service sector or any plant, if you happen to work, you'll get to see a hierarchy over there, right? So what hierarchy means? So there is a, let's have a diagram for that. Okay, so this is top level management. This is how an hierarchy looks like. So top level management, middle level management and lower level management. So if you happen to get a job in any organization or any service sector or any manufacturing sector, every single organization follows this kind of hierarchy as a standardized part. So this happens, this kind of hierarchy will be followed by every single organization all over the world. This is the standardized one. Everyone will be following the same hierarchy only. So what is top level management? So who are the people belongs to this top level management and why do we have this top level management? Top level management people are basically the owners of the organization, shareholders, CEOs, CFOs, investors, etc. Basically the people who own the company or invest their part of capital or brings a huge part of capital into the organization, all of those people are collectively called as top level management people. So you might having an idea about middle level management, right? So what is middle level management people? Middle level management are the people who will be working directly under the top level management. So here we get to see managers, assistant managers, assistant general managers, deputy general managers, supervisors, etc. All of these people fall under the category middle level management. So we obviously know what lower level management stands for after studying about both the top level and middle level, right? So lower level management means the people who are basically working on the ground level or the frontline workers who happen to work every single day in the organization. So they are called as lower level management people. For example, employees, daily wage workers, housekeepers, etc. So these are the people who belong to the lower level management. Okay, let's get back to the slides, right? Okay. So I was speaking about the structure creation. So that was a structure every single organization will be building initially when they start the organization. Every organization will be having a proper structured hierarchy, so where the instructions and orders will be flowing from top level management to the lower level management. Why do we need this? Why do we happen to study structure creation under organizing? Why? That leads to another question, right? Okay. Without a proper structure or without a proper hierarchy, there is no organization that is going to achieve its objective, right? So how does the structure or hierarchy helps us to achieve our organization's goal? If we have a proper structure, we will be having a proper orders, and employees will they won't be having any confusions about whom they have to report to. Suppose if I'm having an organization, if suppose let's say for example, let's say I'm the owner of any organization, and I'll be having a proper hierarchy, right? So all of my subordinates and employees will be simultaneously reporting to their managers, and they will be reporting to me. So here, as you can observe, there is no confusion here. So if a finance department manager is getting all the reports from his teammates, so the teammates won't be having any confusion, right? So finance department employees will be reporting to the finance department head. Similarly, production department employees will be reporting to the production department head, HR, design engineers, etc. So if we have a proper structure, we will be having a proper hierarchy, and we won't be having any confusion to whom we have to report. Similarly, division of work. So what division of work means? It's simple. Division of work means basically we are breaking the work into multiple parts and dividing and distributing them to all the employees equally. So why do we do that? Division of work, assigning specialized roles promotes expertise, as seen in hospitals with distinct duties for medical and administrative staffs. Not only in the hospitals, you'll happen to see this kind of division of work in every single organization, right? So basically what happens, if I'm the owner of an organization, I'll be having a finance team of my own, HR team of my own, engineers, IT team, everything, right? So you cannot expect me to get every job done by one single team, right? It's practically impossible, and also it's going to consume a lot of time. So if I divide my work equally to all the members or all the employees who belong to the same organization, it will be easy for me to get the job done in lesser time, right? So that is why we need division of work. Coordination. So coordination means basically we are linking different teams from the different different people from the different teams. We are collectively bringing them together to get our job done or to get the goal achieved, right? Linking teams and departments ensure harmonious work towards common goals, such as in software development projects. Not only in the software development projects, any kind of organization or in any domain, you'll get to see this, right? So coordination. So we need proper coordination. For example, let's say we do have a sales team in our organization, and also we have a finance team. So we need proper coordination among these two teams. I'll tell you why. Sales team are responsible to bring the turnover to the company, or they are the one who is getting the money or earning the money, because we are basically selling the products to the customers, and the sales team is happening to do that. And sales team is the only team which pulls money back to the organization, right? So we are basically selling the product, in return we are getting money. So what happens when the money is flowing inside the organization? Finance department will take care of it, right? So we got the money, and finance department is sorting out all the money, how much payment we have to do to the taxes, how much we have to pay to the custom duties, how much we have to pay to the government, to our suppliers, etc. So if we have proper coordination between sales team and the finance team, it will be really helpful for both the team to achieve one objective. That objective is to make more money or to maximize their profits, right? So that is where coordination comes in hand. Resource allocation and formal structure. Listen carefully. Resource allocation and formal structure. So what is resource allocation, guys? Resource allocation is a very much important aspect in any organization, because basically resources are very limited in any organization, or let's say resources are very costly, I must say. Okay, so we have to carefully make good use of those resources which is available in the organization. Okay, optimal use of resources during tasks and enforcing formal communication maintains discipline and accountability in the organization. So, optimal utilization of resources means we have to make sure that no resource or no raw material has been wasted anywhere. So, we have to we have to maximize the use of resources in a good way. Okay. Formal structure. What does it mean? Formal structure means the management people will be intentionally building this kind of structure in order to make communication in a more formal way. So that is why we have mails, we have Google Teams, we have Microsoft Teams. So many aspects, so many medium or mode of communication helps us to communicate officially or formally, right? So that's about resource allocation and formal structure. Okay, so let's jump to the next topic. Purpose and main objectives of organizing. So what's the purpose of this organizing? So what's the motive of this organizing? Let's study about it. Foundation for effective management. Foundation for effective management. Organizing builds a solid base for smooth operations and goal achievement within the organization. Foundation of effective management. So if you have to be a good manager in your future, you have to completely study about organizing part initially, okay? Because that's the foundation for better management skills, right? What happens here? How can we say that foundation for the effective management? How can we say organizing is the foundation for effective management? So if you are very much, if you are very much interested in organizing, or if you are very skilled in organizing people, bringing all the resources together, that really helps you end up in a better manager situation, right? Or you'll be a good manager in your future, okay? Organizing builds a solid base for smooth operation. So if you are very good at organizing, it helps you to build strong, solid base, right? Facilitates supervision and control. It facilitates supervision and control. Organizing simplifies supervision and decision making by delegating clear responsibilities to managers and supervisors. So here what happens is, some employees needs micro supervision, some employees needs just a normal supervision, and few of the employees, they don't even want to be supervised. It depends on the characters of the employees. So the people who doesn't like the job, or the people who are not willing to work voluntarily, they need supervision very closely, or we have to do micro supervision to them, because basically we can't get the job done from them because they don't like the job or they are not interested with the job. So for those kind of people, we have to micro supervise them to get the job done. Some people, so they don't even need any supervision because they are self motivated, they are self starters, so they don't need any motivation, and they don't even need anyone to tell anything to them. So those kind of people are very much motivated and they are interested about their work, even if they show up very late into the organization or into the company, and nobody will be questioning their ability to get the job done, right? Those kind of employees are also there. So organizing helps us to facilitate supervision and control. So if we are good at organizing, so it also helps us to easily control and supervise our employees. It simplifies supervision and decision making by delegating clear responsibilities to managers and supervisors. So it simplifies supervision and decision making. It helps us to simplify the decision making process as well by delegating clear responsibilities to managers and supervisors. So we are basically giving the responsibility to the manager to look after a certain number of employees, right? So all of these employees will be following up the manager. All the instructions will be given by the manager, and all of those employees will be directly reporting to the same manager. enables organizational growth. Organizing supports scalable operations through specialized departments handling increased workloads efficiently. So, if we are pretty much good at organizing, it really helps us to understand how employees really think, and if we overload them with a lot of work, is it really possible for them to accomplish with their particular work? So all of these things we'll get to know if we know about organizing part. So what does it says? Organizing supports scalable operations through specialized departments handling increased workloads efficiently. So if we are really good at organizing, we exactly know how much workload we have to give to each and every individual on basis of their personality. Some people will be willing to work extra for the same money, right? So some people will be working only for what they are getting paid for. So that's about, organizing. So what are the outcome of this particular module? So students basically learn how we have to organize, how we have to hire people, how we have to plan accordingly in order to achieve the organizational goal. So that's about it. So that's all about the organizing part, and we discussed most important parts like purpose, objectives of organizing, and that's it. Thank you guys.